But just wanted to start off, introduce Kendra. I met her, I guess, a few months back through a mutual friend. She works with Dash Loans, and she's super amazing. Does Reiki, has amazing energy, and I thought she'd be the greatest person to talk to us about mental health. So, Kendra, I'll let you take it away.
Well, thank you so much. So yeah, Kendra Haag, just like Joel said, I do a lot of little things. So I'm a Reiki master and sound healer. So that's a passion that I do on the side along with mortgage. And when you think about it, you're like, oh my gosh, it's two totally different things. Like, why in the world would you focus on these two types of um, things in your life? Like, how do you even merge it together? But honestly, energy is the core of all of us. If we don't have strong, healthy energy, we're not succeeding. We're not being our best versions of ourselves. Like, we all have a really high purpose to be on this earth, and we all got to shine through and make sure that we really put our best step forward in all of that. So, I guess we're obviously all within the real estate world. The past couple of years has been, you kind of got to be nuts anyways, let's be real, to go into real estate. But these past couple of years to stay through it and or start it in this time frame, it's really hard. You catch yourself giving so much of yourself. Like, not only are your clients just beaten left and right between offers and just their emotional well-being through all of it, you guys kind of take that on. It's who we are. We all are in the real estate world because we love people and we want to help them. But if your cup isn't full or overflowing, you can't be giving the best to whoever you're working with. You're not your best version of yourself. You're not working as hard as you possibly can. You're not able to be effective. So when you focus on your energy and energy health and well-being internally for yourself first, you make your cup overflow and always fill others' cups with your overflow. And if you start to realize that cup's going down, you got to realize and pay attention. Ooh, something's a little off. Focus on yourself, kind of restart yourself. And then when that cup is overflowing again, you can go back and help others. So kind of going along with what is energy? How are you supposed to know I'm off? You have 7 core chakras. It starts from your root chakra going all the way to your crown. We can go into more detail at another time, but I don't want to bore you guys into super big details. But you can kind of start to notice. Maybe you're starting to get anxiety and you're like, man, I'm really irritable. Like, I'll give an example, yep, of myself. I'm in the process of selling my home. I'm in the mortgage industry. We all know that's not very fun right now. And there's a lot of pieces that, oh gosh, I'm moving across states. I'm doing this. I got to sell my home. I got to da 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 da. And I'm not focusing on me. I'm focusing on everything else. So I woke up anxious and nauseous, and I was like, oh man, all right, I got to do some grounding. I got to come back in and be one with myself in order to continue and move forward. So when you notice that anxiety, it's a sign of showing that you're not grounded, you're not connected to Earth. Earth is our core being. That's what we're part of. And ways of grounding, you can do it through meditation, journaling, listening to music, going on a walk. It can be as simple as brushing your teeth and like imagining your feet growing roots into the ground and just breathe in. You feel it kind of come all the way up into your heart space, filling up your whole body, and just breathe and brush your teeth. What is that, 2 minutes? And then you're done. And you've grounded yourself for the day and you've started your best foot forward where you're grounded and you're not giving anybody else flighty, anxious energy, because whatever you put off is also what you receive. Scattered leads, scattered people are not the nicest people. It's what you're putting forward. I mean, Joel, you have the most amazing energy and you always get up early, you work out, you do your devotionals, you do all of these things bright and early in the morning, and you set your day straight from that beginning. That's amazing. That's a great way of how you ground yourself and how you organize your day to put your best foot forward, and you bring light and energy and excitement to everybody who joins or comes into your
Making me
presence.
blush. Thank you.
But you don't even have to do that extreme. Like I said, you can go all the way down into basics, brush your teeth. I went on, there's a really, really great, is everybody kind of in the Charlotte area? Yeah, awesome. So there's a labyrinth that I just went to yesterday. It's right on Davidson College campus. It's behind the scoreboard of one of their fields by Faculty Drive. I took actually another agent because, again, we all have our own personal life things going on, and then we have our work life going on. So we took the time to completely be quiet, set our intentions for the day. We did a prayer for ourselves, what we thought that we needed, and we took about 20 minutes taking step-by-step intentional steps where you imagine your heel to toe, and you just focus on that one step at a time, bring yourself into the present moment. And at the very end, we kind of reflected, okay, this is something that you can do through your day. Set your intention in the morning, go through each day being as present as you can. And at the end of the day, reflect, hey, what did I do when I started to feel really anxious, or I got really mad because a borrower or a buyer or a seller didn't listen to me? They didn't set their house up the way that they were supposed to do. So now, before pictures, I spent 30 minutes trying to clean up their house. And you're getting angry and frustrated, and that boils into more stuff. But if you kind of take that second to pause and be like, why am I getting triggered? Why is it bothering me that somebody didn't listen? Maybe this person had something else going on in their life and they're overwhelmed too. And I can resonate with that. I'm overwhelmed because I'm getting stressed having to help. But taking that time and reflecting, and whether in the moment of getting angry or at the end of the day, journaling or just processing it while you're laying in bed and kind of reflecting on your day. And then you use that time of rest to kind of regenerate. You could take a shower or a bath and imagine all of that water going down the drain is also taking away every ounce of anxiety and stress and maybe not so nice things from the day. It's going down the drain, and tomorrow's that new day. As far as Reiki, I'm sure that that's something that a lot of people probably don't know too much about. So being a Reiki master, I work, again, going back to what I was saying, the 7 chakras, I work with source energy, however you would like to describe source as being, universal energy that you have, and I work with you to help you reset your energy body. Bring in the peace, regulate everything, reflect, talk through things. And sometimes you get really tired at the end. You can lay down, you can sit up and talk, whatever feels most comfortable. I usually do it also with sound therapy. So with quartz crystal singing bowls, it's my way of providing that meditation, which then brings the peace at the end, makes it so you can really connect and relax while I'm doing the Reiki. It's known to, everyone needs it. Like I said, I've had a lot of anxiety. One of my best ways, sometimes there's a point where you just can't do it on your own. You just can't reset yourself, or you're just too far past it. You just want a helping hand. And whatever that is, if you ever want to reach out, you have questions, you want some new personal ways of coping with stuff, I'm always here, and I would love to help you guys in any way possible. But I would definitely like to kind of open up and see what questions you guys have, any stressors or questions to better deal with your energy, or why it's important, anything like that.
So I guess I have a question. It might be kind of stupid, but like, what do you suggest we meditate on? Because I hear a lot about meditation, and like, I hear some people like, they try to empty their mind. Other people think about, gratitude. What are your suggestions as far as meditation?
That's a great question. The best part is meditation is for you. A lot of people get anxious because they're like, oh my gosh, I have to have a brain that's thinking nothing. I have too many things going on. Why? Why do I think about nothing? I can't do that. I can't do meditation. Well, that's not true. So, to Joel's point, there's multiple ways. So, maybe if you have that monkey mind and you're stressed and there's a bunch going on, meditation can be sitting here and listening to music in the background and just divulging everything that comes into mind. Oh, I gotta go get groceries. My dog peed on the carpet. Da, da, da. And you just start writing things that just come to mind. It doesn't have to be a complete sentence, it doesn't need to be anything special. Just sitting and taking the time and writing is meditation. Even so, there's another way. Maybe you're trying to truly meditate, try and have that calm brain and kind of hit it into the next level. When you have thoughts, the way I like to start it is I do some simple breathing techniques. I sit down in whatever way I feel comfortable, and I breathe in through my nose, down into my belly, really deep, hold it, and then I exhale out of my mouth. And I sound funny. I'm like, I sit here and I get that anxious part out. And then the more I calm down, the slower my breathing gets to where I'm breathing in through my nose, out through my nose. And once I get to that point, I start to think about, hey, what's been troubling me today or this week, or what do I really want to focus on? Maybe I don't want to have road rage for the week. I just realized I was getting really angry behind the wheel. Maybe it's, hey, you know what? I've been really hard on myself for what I've been eating. Or it was just my birthday and I had 3 slices of cake and I feel really bad about that. And it could be something silly like that, or it could be I'm having a fight with my kid, whatever that is. And think about what you want. I want to love myself more today. I want to be more present. Whatever that is for you, think about your goal and then kind of see what comes through. I like to imagine maybe a story pops up in your head. I like to kind of be like, ooh, I see this story. I'm going to kind of let it out and put it into its own little like thought bubble and watch it go. And so like even when things come up, it's okay that you think about it, acknowledge it, and kind of put it into its place and watch it go. And that's my way. And then whenever I feel I need to kind of wrap things up, then that's when I like to journal. I might start journaling about what came through, what I wanted to work on. Did my initial goal or issue, did it change? Did I have 10 sentences that I was wanting to work on and then it came into just 2 words? Like focus on that and write it down. Again, I don't believe in personally just dead meditation of no thought. I think that it's a beautiful thing and we should be appreciative of it and see why we're thinking these things and kind of dive in, use it as exploring yourself rather than being frustrated with yourself. Did that help answer the way to meditate?
Oh, it definitely did.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. What other questions do you
What
guys
does it
have?
mean? So I had a girlfriend who spoke to somebody or whatever, and she's like, oh, I had to have clear my chakras. Like, what does that even mean?
Okay.
How do you do that?
So I'll go back through what each chakra is. This is something that maybe if you start to notice belly pain or different feelings in different areas of your body, you can connect and say, oh, that deals with this part of me. So you have your root chakra, which is right there at the tailbone. Then you go, that's all based on like super early childhood. That's the start from your birth, the first couple years of your life. That's the womb, or I guess as you're in the womb, and that's kind of like where it begins. It's a lot of your root safety and security. That's what all is associated to that. So potentially if you have issues with feeling unsafe or anything along those lines that kind of cause anxiety of like your bare necessities, it's dealing with your root chakra. So go sit outside, go stand in the grass with your bare feet, go read by a lake. Those are all ways of meditating to help specific to that one chakra, which clears it.
Clears it. Okay.
So as you move up, it's different pieces can go to different things. Your crown is dealing with universe and source, like being connected to your higher self, your spirit as a whole, and being like fully connected. So you want everything from ground to sky being as one. So whenever you come into alignment with all chakras, they're clear and they're turning and they move and they flow, and each one goes into the other. And when you're disconnected between earth and sky, it doesn't stop. Your energy never stops moving, but it kind of gets stuck. It's foggy. Like, it's much easier to just walk outside than it is to walk in mud, like walk on dry land than to walk through mud. It's kind of the same thing. When you're not focusing on a part of you that's off balance and working through it, you're really pushing through, treading through mud instead of just walking on dry land and just moving through. It's kind of the same aspect. So when it comes into Reiki, so like I said, everybody has a power of being able to heal and balance themselves. Like I said, we all need some assistance sometimes. So when it comes to the Reiki side of things, the best way I can describe it is I turn Reiki on. I've had special attunements and training, and I use source energy to allow that extra healing love and light and energy to come through my hands, from my heart space, through my hands to your body, wherever you need it. With your assistance and openness to connect with me and my energy, we work in tandem to help clear whatever's troubling you. Sometimes it can be dead silent. Personally, I can see things or maybe hear things, and I'll discuss with you, hey, does this ring a bell? I'm feeling something like a masculine energy that's really sitting in your heart space. Is there somebody who is masculine really bothering you right now that maybe you haven't moved through forgiveness? Or like, I can talk through that kind of stuff, and you can think about it yourself, or you can talk out loud about it. And that's how I work with Reiki energy to help balance.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions?
So I had a comment and then another question, but I know you mentioned journaling. That's something that I got turned on to a while back, and that's definitely helped me out, because I would get frustrated about certain things, and it's called like 7 levels or 7 questions deep or something like that. So if something bothers me, I either write it down, like for instance, I used to be a cop. I hated doing accident reports. It like just pissed me off to no extent. I don't know why. So I mean, I know why now, but I'd write it down like, hey, it made me mad, and then I'd have to be like, why did it make me mad? Because I'm standing outside in the hot sun when something could have been avoided. And then you go down another question, well, why? Because of XYZ. And then why? And then it kind of boiled down to, I had a sergeant who was like a super stickler for accident reports and would always try to reject mine for no reason, in my opinion. So it just kind of like brewed frustration, and I've kind of found out the reason why. So journaling has helped me out. But the question I was going to ask you was, I know earlier you had talked about you had met up with another realtor by Davison and done some things, and then also you'll meditate and be by yourself. When do you decide to, I guess, meditate or be with someone else versus just by yourself? What are your
Great
thoughts?
question.
Good question. Yeah.
So everyone's different, and when you're able to tune in with your body and your mind, you'll start to learn, oh, I need to be around people, or my energy isn't good. It's not clear energy hygiene for me to go around somebody else, or whether it's because I'm going to project negative energy. I don't necessarily believe there's any negative. There's always positive. You have to have a positive and a negative. It's not just negative. So there's always a lesson, there's always something to learn from it. But I have decided for myself, if I'm feeling really icky and I just don't really have anything nice to say, or I'm not being nice to myself or generous to myself, my self-talk, any of that, then it's my time that I've learned I have to not go around anyone else, even if I want to. Sometimes that core of like, I need somebody else to make me feel better. That's when I know I need to stay away from somebody, because it means I'm not giving myself enough love. When you're craving outside help, outside reassurance, it's you neglecting yourself, and it's really your own soul craving you to love yourself. So that's when I take the time to do something independent. Sometimes there's people who can understand, hey, I want to be around you, but I'm not going to talk to you, but I'll talk to you when I'm ready. So let's go do this together, but this is separate. So for myself with the realtor yesterday, personally, I've been really stressed, and I've been neglecting a lot of my own energy hygiene. I haven't been grounding as much. I haven't been doing my meditations. I've neglected journaling because I've been so caught up in, I got to do this next, and then I got to do this. And I knew she also understood that. And I knew when I said, all right, this is what we're doing, we did our meditation alone, but we just were there supporting each other. So at the end, once we processed stuff, then we were able to talk and reflect. And we sat on the ground in the labyrinth for maybe an hour. We cried, we laughed, we talked about stuff. But that's when you know you can hold space with somebody, but you do your own work first. Does that help with kind of determining?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
Yes.
I know it's a little abstract.
No, I'm tracking. I'm tracking.
The biggest piece is if you're feeling lack of something, it's because you're not giving it to yourself. So you can't fill your void by other people. You're just going to have a bigger issue down the road if you don't figure it out with yourself and balance yourself and fill those holes. Joel, going with you as far as some journal prompts, I actually have a few that I have written down that I did want to share with you guys. So if this is something that you would like to write down for later use, these are some amazing prompts. The one that I am most obsessed with, I guess, is the one that I'm going to read first. So you do one full page or more of automatic writing. Write whatever comes to mind, even if it doesn't make sense, just like I was saying. Just writing down anything and everything. And don't fix what you write. It's improper sentence, misspelled, whatever, just keep going. You'll be amazed once you get a few sentences in, your hand just takes off. Gratitude list. I do 3 things that I'm grateful for. It can be something simple as, I like that I have green grass. Or it can be something really, really deep, of something that you're thankful it happened at work, or that you have been able to process or work through. Write your daily intention. Think, what would make today great? So out of all things, what would make your day amazing? Then I write I am affirmations. So I like to write at least 3, if not more. So I am affirmations. I am strong. I am capable. I am loving. Whatever comes to mind, even if you don't think it's necessarily true, but you know it is kind of deep down because it's obviously popped in your head for something. As you write it down, you start realizing, wow, I am beautiful. Or wow, I know how to love. And I know how to love hard. And like those things start to feel good. And then at the end, I write, I approve of. So this can be something you like about yourself or something you're trying to find love in yourself for. Each day you can build and find love and appreciation to build a foundation of approval within yourself. So again, kind of going back to, even if it doesn't feel good or you're a little unsure, maybe you raised your voice to somebody that you didn't need to raise your voice to. Well, I approve of myself for getting worked up, because at the end of the day, I was able to recognize it. And that's a great way of working through things that you might not be happiest about. Do you guys have any questions on those journal prompts? Okay. Another one, I like to give 3 to 5 minutes to reflect and then write on each topic. So this is an active meditation. So while I'm sitting there, I'll meditate for a few minutes, process, and then write, move to the next. What have you taken for granted? What have you taken for granted? What emotion do you try to avoid? What emotion do you try to avoid? I see some people laughing and nodding. And then, what would you want to tell your past self? What would you like to tell your past self? Oh, thank you guys. So I'm just catching up with those chats. All right. I have another one, unless you guys have any questions on that. Okay. What are your favorite ways to get in touch with yourself? How do you know when you need to access these things? What are your favorite ways to get in touch with yourself? And how do you know when you need to access these things? Which again goes back to your question, Joel. How do you know when you need to meditate alone or with somebody else or ask for help? This is a great reflecting tool of how you do that for your individual self. When you close your eyes and imagine a big life, what do you see? What excites you and what scares you? Again, when you close your eyes and imagine a big life, what do you see? What excites you and what scares you? And I spend about 3 to 5 minutes on each question. You can do this again, meditate for a few minutes, and then write, or you can go straight into writing and then meditate about it. Either way that feels right for you. But those would be my favorite journaling discovery prompts.
What was the extras to what do you see when you imagine a big life? What was the?
You want me to reread that one?
Yeah, please.
Okay. When you close your eyes and imagine a big life, what do you see? What excites you? And what scares you? Does anybody need me to repeat those? Any of the prompts? Another way that I like to reset myself, this is a really easy one. For me, water is big. Being by water, being in nature, those are refreshing and cleansing for me. So not all of us have the luxury of just being able to dive into the ocean or a lake or a pool whenever we want, especially when winter rolls around. So my way of doing things is taking an Epsom salt bath. So you have salt from the earth, you have water, also part of earth. And I take a really long, hot Epsom salt bath. I turn the lights down, I light a couple candles, and I just soak. And when I actually finally drain the water, it's a yoga pose. You don't have to do it this way. I'll try and describe it the best that I can. But as the water starts to go down, I like to have my head and back flat and my legs completely up. I'll like put them on the wall or whatever, so I'm laying like this. That allows the blood to kind of flow through, refresh through the top half of your body, get everything flowing through your heart. And I also take that time of being like, hey, everything that I have been focusing on or stressing about is swirling around in this water right now. And I'm feeling that water wash away off of me and go down the drain. So like I use that time as being very present and noticing that feeling like, hey, I'm getting a little colder now. Hey, there's less water here, and that's all flushing away. And I kind of like it. It makes you sweat. At least it makes me sweat in really hot baths, but it's like everything is going. You can do hot yoga, you can go do a run, you can do whatever release means for you. But there's just so many ways of resetting your body and tuning in with yourself and connecting to your present whole self. So then you can move forward again to connect with your clients better, to care for others better, because you're never going to receive well if you're not giving well. And that all starts with connecting to your whole self.
This was good. It was needed today.
Thank you.
It was, and I was just gonna say it comes full circle. Like I'm glad you're able to be up here today, because I've had an issue in the past where I feel like I'm giving, and then I start to get kind of burnt out. But then that's when I realized, like, somebody explained to me, like, you can't pour from an empty cup. So they're just saying you really need to take care of yourself, so then you can be the best self for other people. So I mean, everything that you said resonated with me. So I just want to say thank you for thank you for that, for sure.
Thank you guys. Any other energy questions or tools that you guys want to have?
This was great. Thank you.
Yes. I guess, Joe, you'll post her info, like how to reach her, whatnot. Yeah.
Say it again. It was.
Are you gonna like post contact information?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll put it up there.
Okay.
Yeah, I can type it in if you want to on here. I don't know if you have a different place you put it.
Okay. I just thought maybe under the post or whatever. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Kendra's awesome.
I also travel to do like Reiki and sound healing sessions. If it's Reiki and sound healing, they're small groups, usually up to 5. If it's just sound healing, I can do about a group of 30, whether it's with a team, girlfriends, friends. Maybe you have all of your clients. You guys are all struggling. I like to do sessions and kind of bring everybody together and help everyone balance themselves out. And then,
oh, there you go. Thank you.
Yeah, here's my email as well. So you can call me, text me, email me, whatever that might look like for you guys. It's easiest. Maybe there's something going on personally. If you guys just want to chat, I'm always here. No matter what time it is, if there's something that you need, I will definitely always do my best to help support or find somebody to help you if I can't do it myself.
I think Kendra, something too, just a gratitude and a thank you. I know we've had, I think, lunch before and we had coffee, and like every time you always bring the most amazing energy. No matter how I'm feeling, I always feel better when I leave. So I just want to say thank you for that. You're freaking awesome. So thank you.
You're amazing too. I really appreciate this opportunity and to allow me to share something that's really near and dear to my heart and be open and tell you guys, like, even if we do it for a living, we're all still on an uphill battle, or I guess that's not the best way to say it, but we're always dealing with things, and we always have to work through stuff, and none of us are perfect. So I appreciate you guys so much. This really has filled my heart a lot today. So I appreciate you guys for listening and attending.
Oh, shoot. Thank you. And I'll be respectful of your time, so I won't hold. Oh, Laura, did you have a question?
No. I was just leaning forward looking. Yeah. You are on a second monitor. That's why I look over here and so just
no worries.
I'm good.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say I'll let you go, but I just want to say thank you again for being here. And
yes, thank you, Kendra.
Oh yeah, hope to see you sooner than later.
Thank you so much, guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend too.
Thank you.
Oh, you know it.
Thank you again, guys.
Bye, guys.